Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the ESEA MDL Season 30 matchup between X Paradox and PopoutBoyz. I am joined here tonight by Jevons and Bemi.
You remember us, Bemi?
Oh man!
I casted with you 3 minutes ago and I don't remember your name.
That's a lifetime. That
This is why
really
we
is.
try-cast.
But we are back for another absolutely exciting match here between PopoutBoyz and X Paradox. Now, after that last one, PC409 and Breakaway gave us some pretty decent moments there. What do you think we're expecting for these two?
Well, after last night's game between PopoutBoyz and Avant, actually we're going straight into the knife round. That is very quick. PopoutBoyz had a very, very strong performance against Avant. They did lose 16-10 though. And the last time these two teams versed each other, it was back in October of last year on Dust 2, where Paradox actually won 16-6. So I'm interested to see how PopoutBoyz have improved since then, and if they will be able to stand up to Paradox. The rosters were slightly different back then for PopoutBoyz, but Paradox was the same.
2 players difference, I believe.
That's not so bad.
2 players different. I can't tell you exactly which two because Ivor and Ibor, I don't actually know who they are on HLTV.
That's all right, but I mean, PopoutBoyz, even though they did get beaten 16-6 last time, we did see them play against Avant last night. And you're right, they did have a pretty good showing there. All things considered, we didn't think it was going to be that competitive. So that's some promise here for that side. So I think things are looking, at least for the moment, even enough. But we are into the pistol round.
That we are.
Alright, and we have a look at that kit.
Oh, hello, but the Kitman is on 12 HP, which is going to get extremely dicey and awkward because Ivor is right next to him and, well, bye Reed, you just lost your head.
Well, Noobster, getting eye warp there. Still got 2 flashes to their names. Hanging out in kitchen. I think PopoutBoyz already have taken this round.
Seems like it, but with pistols, you can't really count them out too soon. At least not most of the time.
And they have a
That's
kit.
purely for the fact that
That's true.
With the USB and the Glock, tend to make things a bit more.
Oh, they still have the kit.
But he's got 12 HP and he's up against 3 players with Glocks.
Oh.
Well,
It's
he's
like a
gonna
game of duck shooting.
Yeah, he is
Like
quite
wobbling
easily
back
dropped.
and forth. Oh man, that was good though. They did manage to get at least 1 pick, but hey, I mean, fair enough. PopoutBoyz just nicely done going within that aggressive play, not really hesitating anytime soon, and also dropping that smoke right away just to keep the team alive. And now going in. Slightly invested. PopoutBoyz feeling pretty good about themselves. And full save. We will see a save.
That is new. A full save on the second round. You don't see that
You
very
mean
often.
to tell me I don't have to buy a deagle?
No. You.
What?
You, as the player, you personally get to choose what you want to buy. If you don't want to buy that deagle, if you don't want to buy a P250 or a CZ, you don't have to.
You mean the buy round can come at round 3 and I can start going in crazy with utility and equipment?
Yes.
Which is pretty much the same thing I just said. I meant to say kit.
Feels like you're trying to sell a Peter Molyneux game or something. You just
What?
I sound like one of those
Yeah.
like American 1-800 guys. It's like, hi, Johnny CSGO here with the beautiful idea of saves. It goes everywhere.
Buy a Shazam. Soak up that money and save it for later.
Get a kit. Round 3. Easy.
Oh, we're losing
Oh,
it. But
Sham, wow, not a Shazam. What am I talking about?
oh,
I'm
that's
broken.
not what I meant. We've got a game going on here, and X
Oh.
Paradox will be able to actually, in their first buy round, soundly beat PopoutBoyz.
Well, they did, and now PopoutBoyz, they figured out they can buy. They don't have to save. And well, Mayweather has got a Deagle and Tech 9 against rifles.
Is semi-auto? I see on iBorb.
It's the SG.
It's the SG. It's the same as the org, except it's the terrorist side.
Oh, fair. I just rarely see. Ooh, all right. Chubster already right off the bat taking out iBorb, but yeah, this is pretty much looking pretty good. PopoutBoyz, I think, are just trying to dent the economy at this point. But what do you say, Jev?
I think at this point that's pretty much all they could hope for. I mean, they did force up around this. They figured they were going to be set back for a few rounds regardless. Might as well just see what kind of damage they can get on there. And in fact, look at Glebe. He is so far to the side. The fact that he started running might give things away, but
what?
Oh, Chubster doesn't care about that.
How did Glebe get there? I wasn't paying much attention, but he was able to get to bench, and now Mayweather, the last player left alive, completely lost control of the bomb too.
Yeah, and they're not in any rush as well. They got the kits.
Yeah, the CTs.
And also the man advantage.
They're just watching that bomb.
Floyd doesn't know where the rest of the CTs are, so he knows they might be coming from that direction because he's looked at short a bit now, but he's taken a bit of a risk as far as he's concerned.
Look at this peek from Pretty.
Well, Keto there just pretty much waiting for somebody to crouch walk into the sights, and fortunately that is what will happen. And PopoutBoyz, this is a well, it's a proper save for them, save for 2 P250s.
Full save, absolutely fine. Not a really big surprise here, but the fact that we're seeing saves at all now, it's a breath of fresh air comparatively first game. Hello, they're able to get a couple of kills. Actually, able to dent this economy a little bit, but I mean, honestly, it's not that much in the long run. Not going to even get the bomb plant money, so fair enough. That is GG well played to them on the side of X, as they will be XP.
X Paradox.
Or I forgot. Paradox. There we go. I knew it was something with a P.
Yeah,
I remember. But wait, now here it goes to buy. I really appreciate that more than you know.
It's okay. I'll give you a hug later.
Thanks.
I'll make it all better.
Make the pain go away. Make the pain go away.
Femi, run.
Oh, it's not like that, Jeff.
Look, you're not the first, Femi.
I'm not that kind of person.
You know, it's not that kind of person. It's
not that kind of relationship either.
Ooh, I just want to talk about this presence on A main here.
Yeah,
really baiting a few players onto it.
Glebe.
Chubster stops any kind of apartments push. Oh no! It was a bit of a reverse psych out there as he makes the approach onto A main. Doesn't actually account for the player up on the ledge there. This opens up A side for business almost.
Yeah, I'll bring this up in a moment. Glebe able to take down Keto's head, and now Noobster's actually in CT with an AWP. It's going to get very, very bad for Glebe in just a moment when he steps out. And Mayweather gets taken down. Glebe, last player left alive, will get taken down by Valiance. And what I was about to say is you can actually check whether anybody's up on that ledge without coming down the stairs from the A site. The arch on A main is actually just high enough that you can walk around and spot out the player's feet sitting on that ledge. So if you're careful enough and nobody pushes from A main, you can check and make sure nobody's there before you even try to flash yourself in or push down.
Well, the more you know.
That's actually quite good to know. That is very useful if you want to bring up your Mirage game. Oh, Chubster's nade, though. That is going to land right in the middle of them and do so much to them. And the fire is going to come in from the side. This is pretty much a bit of a slaughter if you're an approaching T player onto this site.
Not really, because they ran out of ammo on the CT side, using way too much trying to spray them when they're crossing over. And now it's down to a 2v2. There are pistols in eyeball.
My God.
Almost hitting the head of Keto. Look at the bomb. It's on this side of the smokes. CTs have full control over it.
And they got a kit.
And there's no utility on this T side. The T's can't really do anything, but maybe they're able to take down Keto. Reed, 9 bullets left in the chamber, does have a deagle to contend with. And
oh my god, those reflexes!
1 HP! He is able to take that down, and PopoutBoyz should not have won that round.
Oh, I'm gonna be sick.
That was a sharp intake of air from me there watching that one.
That was intense.
But the X Paradox economy is just able to survive this. This is a danger zone for them if PopoutBoyz don't push their luck, which Ivor will do. They could actually really put X Paradox into proper eco territory.
I mean, this is pretty good already. Oh my god! I mean, honestly, at the moment, just they don't really have that much of an aggressive playstyle at the moment going right now for X Paradox, as they've just been setting themselves up in positioning. But I think honestly, just a little more aggressive as CT side. Ooh, well, go on.
They're a little bit scared of being aggressive, as you saw Reed the other round pushing into A main. He got demolished immediately. So
that's true.
With that, I feel like they're a little bit discouraged from being aggressive, and Reed might be the go-to aggressive CT player, or aggressive player for Paradox. So with him discouraged, that may just be they're not going to try and make those pushes anymore.
That's very true. I all agree with that, just as long as they're not too hesitant with the plays, and that is certainly not hesitant at all. Chubster able to take that out. Ivor, the last one remaining. They're going to at least find one kill. Oh, could they close this out? Oh, that was been so good. They have the kit. It's all good.
It does, and he will be able to salvage that. I do want to mention that these teams are really fitting together like a jigsaw puzzle at the moment. Everyone's really just walking across the map into the gaps that the other teams are leaving. So the T's are pushing down, and they got up connector very, very quickly and took down Noobster, I believe was the first player to drop on the A site. And he had no idea that they were up connector.
That's a really good way of describing it. That's all I got to say to that. It's just that is pretty much you hit the money with that. You're right on the nose. You hit the nail on the head. A lot of hitting things.
I mean, I don't want to hit things. I wanna hug things.
Or you want to shoot them down, or get these trades.
Yeah. Well, pew pew. Shoot some people in the head. That's
pew,
how this works.
Pew.
Yeah.
They have
pew,
kids.
Pew.
They're fun. Pew pew pew.
What just happened?
Oh man, imagine if they add laser guns to CS:GO. That was such a dumb thing I said. All right. Well, I bored popping off, getting the bomb plants is fine.
CS:GO goes to space.
CS
Space Force.
I want that as a mod now. Low graph CS:GO in space. It would be like Moonraker and James Bond.
It's called surfing.
That is pretty much it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh man, dude, what if there was like a map where it was like pure surfing from one side to the other, and you had to get from site A or site B via surfing?
That would be
man, what would be the meta for those guns? Would it be just things that could spray and pray the best, or
it'd be negative zone? I'd be screwed playing that game mode because I can't surf.
Aren't you an opper?
Yeah, I'm an opper, and I can't surf.
I'm so stupid. Oh my god. All right, well, here we go right now.
Oh my god.
They got a double kill. Oh my good lord. Talk about your value. Noobs should know, getting caught off guard, but it's okay. How are they winning this?
Well, PopoutBoyz were very aggressive, and Reed got 2 1Ds and Palace. And now it's down to Ivor as the last player with just a Molotov and an AK in hand. And
oh, the nade though!
Kobe!
Oh, yes. I don't know why, but I'm still dying from just like CS:GO Space
Force.
CS Space Force, or just like just like simple, just surfing and just like getting really frustrated, not being able to land a shot. Oh, but Noobster, doesn't matter. He's fine. He's fine.
Hey Jeff, can you take over for a minute? I think we've lost our minds.
You've described a dark future, is what you've done. I don't want any part of that. But this B site though is going to be taken apart in a bit of T action, and it's very quickly going to be over. That was pretty much it. The PopoutBoyz ran into the grinder. They got a kill, but yeah, the CT economy's fine. They're going to be alright.
Man, that round was almost like a full save.
Almost. There was yeah, I mean, rifles, pistols, bit all over the place, but yeah, they didn't necessarily.
No, it just went so fast. Oh my god!
Eco rush.
There's gonna be another one.
Eco rush with AKs.
Oh no way! Oh wait!
He gets the second.
No!
Why did they commit to that fight? They had the plant.
I don't know. They just got all mowed down at the same.
I can't win this game right now.
Oh, Bemmy, you need sleep.
No, I swear I'm awake.
I feel like you're a little bit sleep deprived.
No, it's not. I'm like, I'm just really taken aback by these aggressive plays. Just like the options that PopoutBoyz have been going is either A, we rush, or B, we rush, or C, we could potentially rush.
I mean,
Maybe go mid and rush.
I know we were talking about CS Space Force, but this isn't CS Mass Effect. We don't have options of what dialogue
what if CT? I was about to say, what if CT had the ability to romance T side, and that's how you won? Bomb's been defused. Counter-terrorists win. Takes a whole new meaning, don't it?
Not go to there.
Anyway, so alright. X Paradox. Unfortunately, this game's been extremely close, and they've been doing such a good job, and we've been absolutely disregarding it like the dogs we are.
We've just been royally just messing up this cast. We were here to talk about the game, and we've created alternate
nice
realities.
extra frag.
I've just taken a step back.
I know you have. You've just been silent for the past 10 minutes.
Maybe that's why the game is close. No caster curses.
Maybe.
Oh,
Jeff.
Ooh, I
I'm
did
sorry,
just speak.
but,
keep not talking, buddy.
Yeah, you're the ones talking about changing this entire competitive scene into one giant surf map, and I'm the one with the curse, okay?
so let's talk about, well, let's surf right back into the game and get down to reality real quick, which is that
it's rather swell, isn't it? But
I'm trying to segue and save us here, and you just both groan. Thanks, guys. Way to be team.
Well, you mentioned surfing back, and then immediately Jeff said swell, and I immediately thought that's an ocean thing. So
that is.
Jeff continued with the puns, and it's so painful.
Look, I'll stop. We just have to talk about the game, okay?
Okay.
All right.
For example, Noobster getting a deep shot on Dieball there. That is decent. Nice way to start things off, but B was never the goal. Setting up for originally a split A, but that's actually been stopped thanks to Valiance here, getting the shot onto JHD.
And Mayweather down to 718 HP. He was the only other player, well, towards mid to come in from Connector. And now he's just regrouping with the rest of his team going towards B. And oh no, this is going to get bad. Because Chubster's here with his AUG. About to shut down this push. No! He actually gets taken down, but Noob's to the next player in line. With his AWP in a 1v3 essentially, Glebe and Mayweather will be able to drop him. And Keto down as well! Valence.
Oh, they dropped the bomb!
Valence will be able to clean up both players, and that got really really awkward for PopoutBoyz for a moment just then.
Yeah, moments of greatness from them, and it looked like they had a solid chance to take them back, especially after that mid-round situation, which is down to 3 players, not really a foothold on either side. And then, after a bit of an awkward exchange there with Chubster, pretty much set to try and actually get some proper real estate on B, but didn't quite work out. And we're now down to the 15th round, so last round of the first half.
That it is.
We've made it.
We made it, boys. Shoeys after this? No.
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 It's not IEM. It's not IEM Sydney yet.
We have a few more months. Let me relax for a bit. I'll do them at IEM and get booted out of the arena.
X Paradox right now, get a little more relaxed as well. Just controlling mid and apartments at the moment. They're not really worried about this. They do have the utility advantage and the weapon advantage as well. PopoutBoyz just seeing what they can do and close this out 6th round, but this is not looking very good for them.
No, things haven't quite gone too well for them, and Floyd dying there in A main is another bit of an unfortunate trend continuing. It's now down to JHD and Ivor, and Chubster's waiting for them, and Chubster's been an absolute pain on this B site, so they're going to have to land that first shot and land it well. That Valiant's the one to watch out for.
Yep, that is correct. And he's taking down the brothers, Ivor and Ivor. We're just missing out on Ivor.
Are they actually brothers?
I don't know. Their names are similar, so I'm going to call them brothers. But
I guess so.
We are going to head very close. Oh, what? My brain just stopped working. We are very close to heading into the first round of the second half. And who do you think is going to take it out? I want some predictions. Bemi.
I actually think, PopoutBoyz is going to come back ablazing. If they slow down just a little bit, don't rush too much, which has been sort of kind of catching the best of them, and they win this pistol round, I feel like they can slowly bring their way back up.
Jeff.
I think that PopoutBoyz are going to have an easier time on CT. So they're going to be a bit more passive. They can rely on perhaps the aiming duels a little bit more. X Paradox have a few tricks on their sleeve for Mirage on the T side. Able to land those shots as well. I think this is going to be over pretty quickly. I think the pistol round here is going to be the pretty much the hint as to whether PopoutBoyz can bring it back or not.
That is true, and well, I'm not giving any predictions because we're on the B side already, and Paradox has full control of it. Oh, X Paradox, sorry, and PopoutBoyz now they have to do a 4v5 retake. And JHD getting the first headshot. Deleting Chubster, takes down Valiant as well. Ivor in there as well. Reed will be able to trade one back, but that's all he's able to get. And there is no kid on the side, but it doesn't matter when Mayweather gets those last 2 kills. And Ivor able to get the defuse, giving PopoutBoyz, round number 6 under their belt. And ladies and gentlemen, I think PopoutBoyz can do this.
Yeah,
for sure.
Absolutely. Especially when winning after that round. I mean, look at what they're about to invest into. They could be absolutely fine, but the full save coming in from X Paradox. What did you say in this next round after the save that they would have to invest into, Jeff?
Well, depending on what they can take away from PopoutBoyz at this point, if they take some of those rifles away from them, I'd say AKs. If you really want to, maybe an AWP, but I don't think it's going to be as important this early on. The positioning for PopoutBoyz here, not necessarily as important. Ivor is pretty much ready to clean up shop this round.
Watch out for those deeks.
He's got the lawnmower out. He's looking for some loose grass. I'm sorry.
Why did you say it like that?
That's how my brain works, buddy.
Lawnmowers of the wasteland.
But Keto, he does have a deagle. We've seen him do some nuts things with this earlier, and he's not doing any nuts things at the moment. He's just getting his head ripped off by Eyeball.
That is pretty nuts, though. Getting your head ripped off. God, that's pretty crazy.
It's another ingredient for PopoutBoyz being able to come back into this. They're able to keep all of their weaponry this time. The only real downside might be GHD, who can't necessarily upgrade off of the MP5 at the moment, perhaps even the FAMASs, but
I have to step in. The MP5 is actually pretty good. So it can stand up against AKs if you have the aim to go behind it. And you don't get one-tapped immediately.
You also need the close range, I believe.
That you do, and while Chubster's walking out, first person on A will be able to take down Eyeball. Reed burning Mayweather. And, well, now Paradox has full control of B and Ivor through the edge of the smoke. Able to find Chubster and, Noobster. That was a spray through smoke.
Bombs planted.
It is, and they have kits. Oh, Valiance. That was nasty.
Very good tap. Well, I mean, I guess very good, just very nicely done from X Paradox, just letting them come to them. Nothing too aggressive, nothing too crazy. Now they have.
That was fairly aggressive. That was.
Well, it was, but
really,
like
really fast onto the side as well.
Well, I'm not talking about the rush. I'm talking about more about holding the site down.
Ah, yes. Perfect use of utility as well.
That's again something I did worry about the way that
okay. Bye, Reed.
Okay, I was just one thing real quick, which is that was kind of something I was worried about, just the way that PopoutBoyz, and I was thinking maybe potentially the way that things were being rushed by both CT and T side earlier in the first half is that you do need I do really feel like you have to be very careful about how much utility you use to rush onto the site. I feel like just a Molotov in smoke or just at least not too much utility should be dropped, because you do want to control that team fight again in more wider sites like site A. So just gotta be careful. Look at Ipor right now.
He's in a very good position, able to find one, but he will get traded out immediately. And I want to take a step back very quickly to Ivor, who actually pushed A main and got a kill there. He swapped out his UMP for an AK, but he dropped a UMP deep into A main instead of dropping it back that a teammate could recover it. So they would have had an extra rifle, automatic weapon in hand to use, and Chubster will be able to take down Mayweather. Instantly going to rotate towards B.
Good thinking.
Plenty of time to do it as well. I mean, Glebe, as far as he's concerned, his best chance is not to necessarily pop out when he doesn't know where Chubster actually is, and I think the penny's dropped here.
That it has, and now Glebe is going to be able to recover a weapon. Actually, maybe not. This is going to run straight through, and oh no, that's going to be bad for him. He doesn't have a kit, doesn't have a weapon. There were extra weapons on the B side that he could have grabbed. And now Chubster with an AK, with nades, flashbangs, will be able to delete Glebe very easily. And I do want to hear your opinions on Ivor dropping the UMP deep into A main instead of back onto the site before he grabbed the AK.
I think he was a little bit unsure as to what was further back into A main. So you could see it when he basically peeked again after. He just wanted to get an extra view onto that position. It's a bit of a risky exchange, or risky thing that you have to go for sometimes on an eco. If you do manage, or a bit of a force up, if you do manage to get a better gun, are you just going to end up getting yourself killed going for it? But Chubster is making no such mistake. He actually throws the AK on top of the little the grass hatch roof there. So yeah, that's quite smart of him.
That it is.
Now hanging out at apartments or palace, excuse me, as looking at PopoutBoyz, trying to see if that was a close one.
He clipped him. That was very nice of Mayweather.
Oh my!
Still alive.
He is. Could also find a second kill. Oh, that gives him a lot of information. Probably even rush up the ladder and just see what they can find.
He almost lost his head. It was very, very close.
Find that information. Heard a leap, but not going to be able to confirm the kill. Honestly, at the moment, this is still pretty much looking like PopoutBoyz round, but we did see that. I feel like they should have won the last round either as well.
Potentially, but Paradox are looking extremely strong.
And, this is called off
Keto!
the defense.
Come on!
You can't do things like that. And look at the bomb. It's been planted on B.
Oh, this was such a good bait.
CT should notice this right now. Yes, they do. Falling back immediately, rushing towards B, and Keto, I think he's...
No kit.
He absolutely would have heard it. And no, they don't. And they couldn't even afford one. Actually, no, Mayweather got a kill. So, no, they couldn't even afford one this round.
I don't see one on site either, so yeah, even once they get on here, it's going to be very difficult. No utility, so no cover, and Chelsea's going to mow them down. That's it.
Yeah, you can't body block against an AK. It's not going to work very well.
This is looking a little bit dire for PopoutBoyz. They know it. They have to try and keep X Paradox away from that match point as much as possible, because if it gets to that stage, there's such an uphill battle just to even, get to overtime. And with that, there's a bit of a save going on there with Mayweather and Glebe. Teensy bit on JHD there, so that might help them going forward, but I think they should have perhaps just gone for the full commit there if a few of them are going to force up.
How do you feel about this eco round? I mean, I'm not really bothered by it per se, but
I am horrified by it.
Even with the kit?
The kit is the only part that I like. I hate when teams force up and buy down in situations like this when it's not really viable, especially since, well, 2 players have $0. They have to save for 2 rounds to be able to get anything, even with the loss bonus. I mean, yes, it gives them a chance, and yes, they have been able to get pistol rounds earlier, but I don't feel like the risk is worth the reward, because it's extremely unlikely you're going to get that reward. And I thought he will be able to spot out Valiance, and as I'm saying all of this, PopoutBoyz are taking control of this round.
Oh my lord!
That's it. A lot of presence coming in from Connector here. This is pretty much just one side that they're getting onto the side from, and they have 2 T defenders to work through, both with AKs, but they will do just that. And for such a mismatched buy that was going to leave their economy in all different kinds of places, that worked out remarkably well for PopoutBoyz.
It breaks my heart to see buys like that actually succeed. It physically hurts my soul.
Does. I think you might have cursed it, you and me.
I feel like I just stole your caster's curse for a moment. I don't have a caster's curse. It's
kind of like yawning. It's contagious.
Yeah. Oh. Never cast with Jevons. You get his curse.
Oh, X Paradox. They're going for a bit more of a standard eco push here than we've seen previously. They've actually got a fair bit of utility because they want to try and at least get the bomb onto the site, and they know that up against a full arsenal, utility is going to be the key to actually try and out-jewel their opponents.
That is true, and it looks like Keto is actually looking to buy the AWP next round, which they have been doing quite well carrying that on the T side so far, though they haven't had it very often.
This is actually a bit of a bad scenario for X Paradox, because the push has been pretty much stalled completely, and that's chewed up all of the utility and the grenade.
Oh, grenade!
It's going to pretty much finish up the work for them there. And Keto's still up in Palace. He might decide he wants to try and go for a cheeky 1 dig, but his prospects aren't looking too good here.
He is going for those 1 digs, and, well, he's not really hitting anything. JHD swapping out to an AK that has 4 bullets in the chamber, expecting to get, well, quite a bit done with it, but I don't feel like he is. He will just pick up the AWP as soon as the round ends. There it is. And Keto dropping as well, giving PopoutBoyz their 9th round. And look at, I have to point out Mayweather. He's on 20 kills right now, whereas Valiant's on X Paradox is on 23. So top fraggers are doing really well, and I'm sorry, JHD, but 6 kills is not enough.
You sure?
Well, with the scoreline, I mean, if JHD was getting more kills, the scoreline would be much, much closer, in my opinion. But at the same time, kills aren't everything.
Double up
wins the rounds, but you need the utility use. JHD has been quite supportive of his team so far. So being the support player, yes, he won't be getting as many kills, or being the entry, or like second entry, where you get dropped quite quickly because Paradox has great aim to drop you.
Double up setup coming in here. Don't know how I feel necessarily about this, but we'll see how this goes. If they could take out Noobster, I think it'll be pretty okay. And already right off the bat, they do manage to get red, so that's going to be good for them. They're just going to slowly push on through. 45 seconds remaining. That's not a lot of time to figure out what you want to do, and they're kind of just a little all over mid at the moment, just trying to find some enemy and get the trades going, but I don't know. What do you feel, Jev?
I think this has been stalled way too much. The utility is still way too strong for PopoutBoyz. So any approach here is going to be pretty much stalled. JHD landing those shots. Lands a second.
My lord!
I think the third is just waiting for him.
I thought Doug Hunt wasn't the esport we were playing.
No, Doug Hunt wasn't an esport.
Sure.
Apparently it is now.
It's at the Tetris World Cup. There's a side tournament for Duck Hunt.
Oh. Well, I need to go to this Tetris World Cup. I love Tetris.
It's pretty cool, honestly.
There's one event I need to see before I die, and that is the Scottish cheese wheel down the hill.
Now that's an esport.
Yeah. After you're done watching CS, hop on YouTube, look for cheese wheel fail compilations. You will not regret it. But
I think that's what I'm going to watch as I go to bed tonight.
It's relaxing. It kind of is. They have classical music, but seeing X Paradox here.
Oh, nice.
They're yeah. I mean,
P250, it's winnable.
Shut up. He's got to do this now, because you said it. This is a throwaway round, of course. I think the fact that PopoutBoyz have got the double ops, the economy on the CT side is going to be at least a little bit bolstered. This is a good position for them to be in.
These nades have been so good.
Yeah, well, I mean, as soon as they know where they are, or have a decent enough idea, it's pretty much been it. It's Kobe all over the place.
JHD now has 11 kills after I critiqued him for having 6.
It's that stream delay, man.
It's tough love.
It is tough love. Speaking of tough love, how do you feel about the double off setup?
I think it's working quite well for them.
I do too. I think the way they're using it is really, really strong, especially with the fact that they're making sure. I think they're staying at the same point together as well. No, yeah. They sort of got a kind of crossfire formation going. They have one at A while the other's at mid, and it's kind of really nice for them. Oh, but Noobster trying to open up B for the team, but I think that will indicate a good rotation coming in right now for PopoutBoyz through Kitchen. Will they read into this? Yes, they will. Nice shot. They got Van. Whoa!
Oh no. JHD, last player left alive. He's about to walk into the crosshair of Valiance. Will he be ready for this? Valiance, inspecting his weapon, will be able to spot out JHD just in time. that
It's
always
good that you
gets me
can
killed.
cancel out that information.
Yeah, it always gets me killed. I'll just sit there inspecting my weapon, not paying attention, and then get shot in the head. From somebody who walked out and was hidden by the weapon I'm inspecting.
Gets me killed too. That's mainly I don't know the keys on my keyboard. Oh, that's a good name. No, never mind.
Well, this mid control from X Paradox, it's good so far. I mean, PopoutBoyz are aware of it, and they're trying to build up some kind of crossfire there. They'll succeed with that. Mayweather doing fantastic work there. Brings us back to 3 versus 3. They have to push onto this B site now. They're doing so at a walking pace, but Glebe has hurt them. They're going to drop down. Oh no.
Oh my god! They
It
dropped the
should
bomb
not
too.
have lived for that long. But in
Definitely
saying that,
not.
look at Reed. Oh, eyeballs hurt him.
Whoa. Why are we've been getting so many winnable rounds.
I don't think Floyd saw him. Or maybe he did, but he's just wary of the orb. I mean, he of course heard the smoke now, so
Yeah.
that's
I think
it
they're
now.
definitely waiting for that like 2v1 situation, not trying to trickle in. See if they can find it. Now behind wall, Noobster can catch them off guard. Drops the incinerator just to flush out Bam. But then find they're not to be the case, and they will be able to defuse this quite fine. PopoutBoyz denying match point. And be able to pick up an op as well. And they're
they've staved off match point for a few rounds now. I'm not exactly sure of how many. I can't see the round history. But
was it like 2 or 3?
Yeah, it's about 2 or 3. Which is amazing work. It's quite difficult to keep a team off of match point when they get to 14. But at the same time, it's relatively easy because a lot of teams get extremely complacent when they hit 14. They're so close to that victory, and they sort of have that in the back of their mind, and that affects how they play.
Yeah, complacency turns into a bit of worry.
Ooh, huge flash.
Valiance, though, he's not worried. He's got the CZ. He doesn't need anything else.
Yeah, that's the pocket AK.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not anymore. You can't one-tap with it.
Oh, well, that matters. He gets a 3rd kill with it.
He loses
He
his
swapped
head.
guns, and that's why he died.
Yeah.
But Mayweather. Oh, they've got so many different points to cover here. Oh no.
Oh my god, X Paradox. They augmented their reality.
I'm gonna need to ask you to quit.
Okay.
Just quit that.
All right.
Come on, Carson, though. We love having you here, except for that. That's...
Cheers, Jeff. We love having you, just don't be you.
But, okay.
Fair. All right.
I realize how horrible that sounds.
Can they come back?
Match point, yes.
They got a lot of utility. I do like the investment in that.
It's potentially going to be their saving grace here, but if X Paradox play this slowly, they could burn out all the utility from PopoutBoyz.
Certainly doing that. They do not want to mess this up. They're playing very slow.
Slowly approaching into this mid space here. They're not being contested, and it makes sense. PopoutBoyz don't really have the firepower to do that, but they're also not getting a lot of information. Glebe is pretty much going to be the only warning for approach onto B, and once he's dead, they're pretty much on there. That's it.
So, right now we're seeing that PopoutBoyz just kind of not really committing to anything. They're just kind of spread out, but close to each other as much as they can, trying to not really stay in mid, but stay nearby and just be able to pinch this out. Gleep will be able to get flushed out. They're just going to go ahead and rotate over, I think, to A, and I think this A push. Oh my God, Mayweather!
Oh no.
We actually finally gets taken out by A main.
I fell back way too far, exposed
Oh,
himself.
Gleep, can they find him?
No.
Oh no, they dropped the bomb as well!
That's no time. That's it. They have no chance of winning this. Reed really just has to hope he can kill as many as possible because the CT economy is still kind of weak.
It's
And
extremely
Glebe.
weak. And 3 seconds left. PopoutBoyz being smart, not pushing in and giving him any more.
And they're getting
free
off.
kills.
Oh my
no.
gosh.
What
This-
just happened?
This
I don't-
should be a save
Mayweather
for
popped
Xparadox.
off.
Should be a save.
They
and
grabbed
that
a
pretty
Mac
much
10 and just destroyed everybody.
Yeah, they didn't check the corner. They didn't check stairs. So once he gets that first kill, it's pretty much thrown that approach into a bit of disarray, and he's able to score the second one. Not able to get the third one because he just exposed himself for
Hey,
A
Jeff.
main. But
You said this should be a save, but they spent all their money and have 4 AKs. And they're
Yeah.
going to go for A once again. Mayweather will be the first line of defense, essentially, as he is sitting in dark. Eyeball decides that he wants to get a little bit toasty in that Molotov. And Mayweather, 1, 2, 3.
Whoa!
Oh, not 3 kills, but
Did their job though.
2 kills is enough. And that keeps Xparadox from taking out the victory. And now PopoutBoyz are 1 round away from taking this to overtime.
see, and that's got a
Got this
sting
on
for
OT.
Xparadox. The thinking behind it is that you just want to finish this. You want to go in with a lot of fury and force there. You've got a bit of utility, and the flashes did land pretty well. But unfortunately, it wasn't enough to pretty much dig out PopoutBoyz from that A-side defense. So now it's Deagles and 1 CZ.
Yes, in saying that, it was a little bit awkward because Paradox weren't working as one unit. They were all working as individual players at that point. You saw 2 of them running into each other as they
Oh
were
my
pushing out
God.
an main, and well, now Glebe, Mayweather, and JHD are just shutting everyone down on the B site. Reed, last player left alive, has a deagle in hand, missing his shots, and it looks like this will be going to overtime. Oh, hello, Eyeball. Taking Eyeball. Your name's not Hawk. Can you relax?
Please tell me we get to see Hawk again one day. Oh no, please God, I beg of you, do not let this be the thing that stops you.
I'm getting flashbacks to Mad Like Wizards and their USP win on the end of Cache. That was something. I don't think we're gonna see it.
I'm getting flashbacks to 4 overtimes.
Yeah, I'm just
worried.
getting I'm just getting flashbacks to
Overtime.
CS Space.
CS
about
Space
boys?
Force.
Oh,
CS
no.
Space Force.
It's dead and buried. Come on, lads.
I never buried
Maybe
it.
it's not.
It's alive in my heart.
Well, PopoutBoyz, you got to commend them. They pretty much kept a very level head, and they put that back to
It was that one investment.
that second last round.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that was, yeah, and you and me did make a good point. There was also a bit of a staggered approach onto the side as well, and because they weren't necessarily certain about it, they're just like, well, we're committed to this, we've got to go, but maybe I'm not sure about it. That's,
Yeah.
that can sometimes kill an approach. And good thing about overtime though is that
I'm
at least for
not-
that first round or 2, money's not really an object.
I'm not a fan of this. This is MR6 16K. It's usually MR6 10K. So, with 10K, if you lose the first 2 rounds, you're on pistols for the third. But with 16Ks, you can buy all 3 rounds regardless of if you're buying ops or not. And Keto taking out Reed, and now it's
Little
down
bit
to
of
a
a Hawk.
4v2. Yeah, Hawk. He's alive and well. And Chopstock.
Made it to Mount Dew League. Nice.
Yeah. From
Moving on up.
SEA.
He
Was it
murdered-
SEA or was it Finland?
Hawk.
Yeah.
No, Hawk was E-Fire League.
Yeah,
Okay,
Hawk
so
was
it
E-Fire
was-
League.
it was
He's
SEA.
Mongolian. He's from the Mongolian
Vietnam.
team.
That's where it was.
Well, that's where, yeah, but
That's where the land was.
was yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if that team's actually still together, to be honest. But
We're gonna
to
have
be
to
honest,
do some
probably
research
not.
later.
Oh man,
Hawk, we rip on him, but he was actually doing very well. So he
was.
killed.
he was.
at
He
least-
literally murdered everybody. He was
Yeah.
the only
Including his
player
team.
alive. Yeah,
But
his KDR was amazing.
Well, it doesn't tell you team kills, but yes.
Yeah.
And Reed will delete JHD very, very easily, and we need to get back to this universe, back to this game. We're not casting anything else at the moment. We are casting the ESEA MDL Season 30 match between PopoutBoyz and X Paradox, which is now
Nicely
in
done.
overtime.
Yeah, I am excited for this. Do you think they can close out the overtime, Jeff, now that they have managed to succeed in that and win the first round?
I'm not Jeff,
Well-
but yes.
Right, I was asking Jeff, but okay.
I'm gonna delegate this one to my spokesman. But anyway,
Right. fair.
I'll tell you after this round.
Okay, I
My
mean, good
thing.
name damage.
I did that first round of the second half. That's my
And that was
thing.
jerk.
jerkish of you.
Keto, he gets one. He's
Ooh.
almost about to get two, and that's down to Reed now, who's been spotted. Reaction slightly a bit slow there, but he's
Oh,
taken
no.
out two.
This guy reload.
He's
Was able to.
reloading as
No!
he's crossing, and
I
he gets
quit.
the kill.
I quit.
That's
He
why I
picks up
waited
the
until
off.
after that round.
Jeff, all right, Jeff. What after that round? What is the verdict?
So what I was going to say before was that PopoutBoyz, they had to have been feeling pretty good. They brought it back to overtime. X Paradox, on the other hand, they might be getting a bit tilted because they've pretty much let what should have been a victory in regulation slip away from them. But
Okay.
if they're a team that plays perhaps a bit bit better, or breaks out when they're mad, then
My Ivor.
a victory like that last round might be just what they need.
Yeah, that victory.
I don't know, but that was pretty expensive.
that shot was expensive. One bullet taking down 6k worth of utility. And well, Glebe's in a bad position now. That Molotov forcing him forwards. And actually, he's the only player towards the B site. JHD is up on short, and the hit's actually coming into A.
Oh, Valiance. We're respecting this. Ooh, they do manage to get the trade, but I think Mayweather's going to get caught off guard. Oh, hello.
The things Mayweather can get away with.
Yeah.
They've got control of the bomb. That
It's because he has that good punching arm.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
yeah.
he's also able to run around
they
a
haven't.
lot.
Yep, they just heard Reed. Doesn't matter though.
I don't think they actually heard him. He was just checking that angle.
Ooh, Eyeball is waiting for this.
He
He's gonna
sees
see
the
the
shadow.
shadow.
Yeah.
Maybe. Oh, that could have been played out pretty well, but Noobster, they know he's there.
Oh, wow.
Yikes. Well, X Paradox bringing that back mid-round from a pretty dire situation. So, yeah, that's the kind of thing that that X Paradox needs if they want to basically finish this out and get the next, the extra 2 rounds they need to win this in overtime. And that is pretty much getting a lot of confidence back, basically feeling good about this game again. That's as for PopoutBoyz. They've also got to be a bit mindful. Make sure that they can keep the spirits high.
I think they can, because honestly, there was it wasn't the hugest distance between rounds, but it was definitely, I would be thankful in the position that they were score-wise and just the economic problems that they had, that they were pretty much able to get into overtime was truly awesome. So I would be optimistic in my head about this, but that's just me thinking about it. But here we go. We're about to see if they're able to do this. I think PopoutBoyz have been keeping this very close and very humble, and I don't think they'll get tilted. I don't think they're the ones to get tilted so easily. I think both these teams have been pretty good in mental state. I think it's more just about asking how much stamina does either have.
That's another way to look at it. We haven't actually touched on it yet. These games, when they get to overtime, can become quite stressful, quite strenuous.
We have touched on stamina and mental state just a tiny bit when we mentioned the mental coaches that a lot of CS pro teams have.
That's true, but that was last game.
That was last game, but it's still, we have touched on it slightly. Oh, Mayweather. That's a very nice shot.
That's just barely through the edge of that smoke, so yeah. Good on him.
He's doing it again!
He's...
Mayweather's
very...
It doesn't matter though, look, the bomb's at B.
What?
That's...
I'm sorry, when you're bait... What?
They just got baited so hard and
They
eyeball.
saved everything!
I don't know what just happened.
That is Mayweather being such a destructive force on A that he has to force X Paradox to pay attention to A.
That is Mayweather wanting to go to bed.
Mayweather's on 40 kills. He's carrying his team so hard at the moment. He wants this victory. He's hungry like a wolf. I'm sorry, that's an old song. I had to make a reference to it.
Oh, Keto. Keto! Oh no. And he did a lot of damage. That's, yikes. Well, Ivor, as soon as they find out where he is, it's pretty much going to be a noose that's going to close around him.
Can I point out that Mayweather gets one round where he goes absolutely mental, and then the next round his team just falls apart.
Nothing.
He gets... If Mayweather dies early in the round, which he generally does after he pops off in one round, because he's so confident he's going out, he wants to get that first kill and shut everyone down. He gets the first kill, but he gets dropped by the refrag. And then
a follow-up question to... No, go ahead.
His team just can't support that entry frag that he already gets. And what was your question, baby?
Oh, my question, a follow-up question to that is then... not the ones that are doing pretty okay, fair to middle of the road. Who are the ones that really need to just start picking up that pace a little bit more to catch up with the rest of the folks?
I know JHD. I'm looking at his kills right now. He's got 14, but I feel like Glebe is the one that needs to step up just a little bit more. JHD and Ivor, I've said their names so many times that they're putting in work. They're using their utility. They're always there to support their team. But I feel like Glebe is getting dropped relatively early in rounds, and he's sitting over on the B site. He's not really engaging in... Well, he's on PopoutBoyz now, but he was sitting over on the B site where he wasn't really engaging with the game very much. And when he came in, it was at the last moments of the round where he had to try and force himself in to get the retakes. So I feel like if he, on the CT side, he should have been pushing up a little bit more, trying to gain more info at B.
Oh, they're actually trying to get Mayweather onto this A side to really, really try and take their attention off, but it hasn't worked this time.
No,
oh no, Valiant, excellent flick. And JHD, as soon as he tries to plant this bomb, that's it. And Mayweather, he has 30 health. Can he do this? I think they got the angle on him though.
They're watching the angle. Noobster. Oh, he shoulder peeks. He does get spotted, and no, there it is. That's it. Mayweather dropping, giving the victory to X Paradox in a very, very close match.
That was awesome. I love this game.
That was pretty amazing. I've really got to hand it to PopoutBoyz. We said it last night when we covered their game against Avant-Garde that they're just looking like they're going to get better and better, and this is exactly what we need to see from them. So, unfortunately, they don't get the win in overtime. But hey, they took it to overtime. They took they're getting closer, and this is just February. The season started about a month ago. There's going to be plenty of time to work on from here. So,
absolutely,
I still think they're definitely a team to watch, and this match is really just kind of proved to me. X Paradox as well. definitely worth still keeping an eye on. They did falter a little bit towards the end of regulation, and yep, we've said it was complacent, so perhaps even just being that close to the finish line kind of played a little bit on their minds. But in the end, they were able to bring it back and get the W. So good on to them, of course. That's pretty much my closing comments for that.
I don't actually have anything to add to that, but very, very close game, and I am impressed from the performance that PopoutBoyz has put up. I personally, from before this match started, I wasn't expecting such a close match and such an intense match. I felt like X Paradox was going to take it out quite cleanly and quite easily, but PopoutBoyz has shown that they've evolved since the last time these two teams have come up against each other, and since the last time that I've actually properly seen them play regularly. So I'm glad to see that they're evolving, that they're getting better, and we will see how they improve as the season progresses.
I agree. I have nothing else to say either, except that was a truly amazing set, and I was very honored to cast with you guys, and it was a great time. And I think less rushes with little to no utility would be awesome. More kits too. And yeah, more kits too, absolutely. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Well, if that's all everyone has to say for tonight, I'm gonna close it out. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for tuning in tonight. We will be streaming again. Actually, I'm not sure which games we'll be covering next time. There are more matches tomorrow, so we might come back for them. So tune in, follow CappingTV on Twitch, follow them on Twitter as well. We tweet out and get our notifications for when we go live, casting more matches. Keep updated on HLTV. Our stream is always listed there. If you have enjoyed our casting, you can follow us on Twitter. Those are in the chat. It is at Bemi Esports, at Jevons_AU, and at YouandMe157. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. We will see you next time, and enjoy the rest of your night.